news to share, but it's actually kind of a sad time in this country right now with this McCarthy vote fiasco. And it's yet another example of how we don't really have real journalism in this country. It's all entertainment, it's all tabloid. If you're on the left, this is more for people that are center left, more the MSNBC type crowds. What's happening right now is actually very bad. But you wouldn't see that unless you understood the core dynamic of our politics, of the duopoly, how the Democrats and Republicans complement each other, the synergy, the dance that they do. Um, if you did, it would be very clear to you that this is actually good. This is actually bad news. Um, I look at a lot of liberal media, and everyone's so excited, of course, because their entertainment. It's all about entertainment, right? This is good clicks. It's good engagement, and they're all excited about how much money they can make covering this story. Everybody wants to know the vote, who's gonna vote. Oh, look, this and they, this and that. And this is embarrassing, and the Republicans are imploding. Right? This is all good red meat to get to drive traffic, and that's all they care about. They're not there to inform you, um, to educate you, to let you understand what's happening. They're there to, you know, basically just make money. Um, the reason that this is bad, if you're on the left, is because a core principle of how the Democrats operate. The Democrats only do as much as they think they need to do. So, bare minimum, crumbs, that's what we get. One of the reasons that they're able to use this strategy is because the Republicans are so horrible as a troll party that the Democrats can actually go far with just being not the Republicans, right? They ran on not Trump, right? They can also run on just not being Republicans. All they got to do is stand back and point the finger and say, look what they're doing, look what they're doing, look what they're doing. And they can fairmonger and get people to show up at the polls, right? However, if the Republicans, through whatever strategy, are able to get some kind of traction and get momentum going in their direction, this will force the Democrats to deliver more, um, to counteract that. So the better the Republicans are, the better the Democrats are. The worse the Republicans are, the worse the Democrats are. They are doing this dance. We saw an example of this happening recently. Biden, in his first term, didn't really do a lot of things he promised. And then towards the end of his first term, things started looking very bad. The polls were looking very bad. Um, and the Democrats started getting nervous and desperate. All of a sudden, they're bringing up student loan debt and all these things we hadn't heard them talk about in so long. That's all a response to the Republicans making too much progress. If the Republicans were in chaos like they are now at that time, all the stuff that Biden did at the end of his term would probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, I put good money wouldn't have happened if the Republicans were just flailing around. And many watching MSNBC every day would say that they were, but they weren't. They had good traction. There was momentum on their side. The red wave didn't happen, but things were trending in that direction. They just didn't. They just went too crazy. And but if they were the way they are now, you know, before the Dems would have not did what they did at the end of the first term, right? That was their move as a response of Republicans getting too much traction. So, right now, what you're seeing is the opposite of that. The crazier the Republicans get, the more dysfunctional they get, the less work the Democrats have to do, and the Democrats will always do the bare minimum. They will give us crumbs, they will go as far as they need to win elections, either by actually winning or by losing by a small margin. As long as they are in that range, that Goldilocks zone of losing within a small margin or actually winning, they're good. They continue to accumulate wealth. They have good job security. They have power. And they're just going to keep on doing what they're doing. Right? So, if you're watching left wing media and you're seeing people getting all smug and they all giddy and, ooh, look at this Kevin McCarthy and the vote this and the Civil War and look what the Republicans are doing, like getting all excited about this. I'm not excited about this. I find this to be very sad because, again, the more the Republicans fall apart, the less that you're going to get on the left. This is bad for you. You don't want Republicans to be doing what they're doing. I know if you're caught up in your little bubble, this may seem like a good thing, and you're thinking, great, you know, this will save us from, Trump winning again. We got to deal with that craziness, or DeSantis. DeSantis will never win because the Republicans are falling apart now, and by the time 2024 comes, they'll just be an afterthought. Right. If that actually ended up being the case, you're going to be getting even less than you've been getting before. There's absolutely no reason for the Democrats to work hard or push for anything or actually deliver much if their only real competition is flailing around and just like complete chaos. Now, again, if you're watching MSNBC every day, to you, they've been that way for a while, but currently they're sort of taking it to another level. Um, and it's bad news. It is bad news. I don't understand how many times we have to see this pattern of behavior for people to get, you know, to understand the games that are played. I mean, it's not that complicated. The worse the Republicans are, the least you're going to get from the Democrats. The better the Republicans are doing, the more you're going to get from Democrats. We literally just saw this. And this is nothing new. This is the pattern. This is how they operate. Right? That's how our government operates in general. They will only do as much as they need to do. In terms of bad things that they do, they will always do, as bad a thing that we allow them to, right? Corporations, same thing as well, right? You keep doing things and pushing things, and as long as you're not getting a major revolt. People are just like kind of apathetic or whatever. Then it's kind of like, okay, if the government wanted to kill babies and they started killing babies and they saw that people weren't really saying anything, they were kind of on social media like, oh, this sucks, they're killing babies, but there was no real major pushback. They would continue doing it and they'd continue killing more and more and more, and they will go as far as we let them. So the minute that the people say enough, this is insane, you can't keep killing these babies, we are not going to stand for it, and starts pushing back hard, that's when the government says, okay, I guess we went a little bit too far, so let's back up a little bit. Like, we're the ones who set the limits as to how far the government will go, right? We actually have a tremendous amount of power, but unfortunately, we've been brainwashed into believing that we don't. Um, Again, I've said it before. I said it again. I don't find any of this to be entertaining. Every time I see in my feed some left wing video, oh, Republicans, I'm just like, I don't. I'm not even watching a lot of them. I'm just so annoyed. I'm so annoyed right now. I'm looking at the Republicans in the party who are all happy and with the popcorn. Oh, we're getting popcorn. Look at this. Look at the Republicans playing around. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you guys, man. The people are going to lose, right? We're going to lose. While the Democrats are smug and smiling and doing memes and eating popcorn, while progressive media is all giddy and excited about the views and traffic from the story, we, the people, lose, right? So, again, let this be a teaching lesson for you. Observe who in left wing media and progressive media, who is all excited about this and giddy about this, and see if any of them are taking this seriously, and to any of them informing you about how bad this is, right? That this is going to incentivize the Democrats to sit on their asses, right? If this keeps going on, that's what it's gonna encourage, right? Ironically, this is one of the things that Pelosi was correct about, even though she probably meant it for a different reason, when she kept saying we need a strong Republican Party. Ironically, we do, as long as we have this duopoly anyway, um, because weak Republican Party gets us less from the Democrats, right? All right, guys. This is the Baby Channel. The Baby comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. This is nothing but a bunch of nonsense all around. Republican clown show. People fighting McCarthy just because. Democrats with their popcorn, their base, all eating this all up. Ooh, what's gonna happen? Kevin McCarthy. Ooh, this is good. I love this. All right, guys. I'm out. Until next time. Be well.